Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this video, we're going to quickly talk about the new 5-star Kokomi banner that has just dropped. So Genshin Impact has officially released it now on their Twitter, so I'm going to talk about it here. On the screen, you'll see that there's a Barbara as a placeholder because obviously Kokomi is not out yet, but Barbara is basically the 4-star equivalent of Kokomi. So should you or should you not pull or skip? Let's wait for that part after. But let's first discuss the 4 stars that are released on this banner. So there will be Xingqiu, Beidou, and Rosaria. So I already have all these characters. So my thoughts are that, first of all 3 of these characters are solid and they would do well in any of your teams. In terms of going for constellations, well, of course, I have all of them at C6 already. But for those of you who are free to play or new to the game, should you or should you not pull on this banner just for these guys? It really depends. I would say depending on how many constellations you already have, or if you want to just maximize their damage, etc. So for Xingqiu, for example, who is on the screen right now, definitely his C1 and his C2 are very good. C1 will increase the number of swords he gets, which therefore increases the damage. C2 decreases the duration, therefore it increases his uptime, right? Sorry, it extends the duration and decreases the opponent's hydro resistance. Sorry, I was mixing them up. Okay. And then, of course, C3 is just an increase to his alt. And then C4, the damage dealt is increased by 50%, which is a multiplier of 1.5. So actually, if you were to go for him, you should go for C4. C5 is another increase, of course, to his E. And then C6 is basically a nice to have. It helps regenerate energy, etc. But if you were to go, you should try to get C4, but definitely on this banner alone, I don't know if it's necessary to poll just for him, but if you are to poll and if you're far from pity, you can try your luck and see if you can get Xingqiu. Moving along, Beidou. I'm currently using her in my rotations right now in some of my parties, and she's a very solid character. Her E skill allows her to counter. She has a shield for her Q, etc., and it also bolts lightning around. So basically, yeah, her C1 allows her to create the shield with basically more damage, etc. C2 will also allow more bolts of the lightning to jump, basically, to 2 additional targets, basically. So C2 is very solid for her. C4, it just gives a little bit of extra, I guess, counter attack, right? Because upon being attacked, her normal attacks gain an additional instance of electro damage temporarily. So it's kind of like a counter attack, like a bonus, so to speak, right? And then C6 is basically it decreases the electro res from the opponents. So for her, yeah, C2 is pretty solid. If you were to get that, then that's a really nice jump for you. And there was a previous event where we got a free Beidou as well, right? So you might already have her at C1 or C0 already. So maybe just going for her there is okay. Rosaria. She is one of the newer characters in the game, and she is one of the fan favorites, I think. Well, many of their characters are fan favorites, but, she has a solid kit. She can help you with your crit rate. One of her passive talents is to share her crit rate, also because she is from the cryo element. So if you were to team her up with another cryo damage dealer, such as Ayaka, or like Eula even, or Ganyu, right? Or even Aloy right now, you can increase their crit rate a little bit, and also you can, if they have the 4-piece Blizzard set as well, they can also get the extra crit rate that way from the 4-piece bonus, right? Because you can get it from cryo, opponents are affected by cryo, and then another bonus if they are affected and frozen as well. So it's good. And then she has a nice alt, Rosaria. Overall, it has little tick damage there, and it's good overall. Anyway, so about her constellations, you should go for, I think C1 is pretty solid because it gives you an extra attack speed and normal attack speed if you're using her in a sub DPS or DPS role, because she does do good charge attacks and E skill attacks, etc. But definitely her normal attack is what this is all about. So she can hit if you use her in a physical damage situation or even cryo damage, then it would help her normal attack. So yeah, this one just increases the duration of her alt, which then definitely helps with her uptime. That's also a very important constellation, I believe. So you should definitely go for the C2. C4, this is just a nice to have. Again, it's an energy one. So Let's see, C6 is decreasing physical res, okay, for the opponent. So very similar to the beta one. So basically, similarly then, yeah, just go for C2 for her if you already have her at C0 or C1, if you can. So now the main thing, because in my previous video, I did, as a pre-analysis, I didn't know the timing of it, but it was yesterday, so check that out. I had said that I would pull for Kokomi. So here's my update now that the actual banner is announced. I will still pull for Kokomi as a content creator, but also as a gamer who enjoys the game and likes collecting the characters and trying them all out. However, I'm not going to pull for her on day one. I would rather wait and see how the other pro gamers and streamers out there do with her, and if they, like her or not. Um, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I will still probably pull for her maybe like the second week or the week after. I'm not sure. There's no rush for me because in my previous video, I talked about it. I'm able to clear floor 11 of the current new abyss with the corrosion HP aspect. And as long as you have other healers built up, you're good. And if you use a Barbara, then that's fine. I don't use my Barbara. She's just on the screen as a placeholder. And in my other video, I did talk about pre-analysis of the weapon as well, which is the Everlasting Moonglow. That banner is also out, and actually, I'm going to make a separate video about that. So do check that out right now, because I will be stopping this one and starting that one right after. Anyway, I would just say that for Kokomi, you don't need to go for her, and for her banner, just to sum it up, you should probably skip this, whether you're free to play or a late game player. Of course, if you're a whale or like or a streamer or someone like me who likes to just enjoy the game and collect all the characters, then yeah, go for it, right? But I don't know if you need to go very deep in her constellations. We don't know her kit yet officially. This will not talk about any leaks or anything like that, but I don't know, because like with healers, I don't know that you need to go that deep into their investment. Let's put it that way. So my summary is I would not recommend for most people to pull for Kokomi's banner unless you want some of the 4 stars, but keeping in mind, there are no guarantees when you pull for 4-star characters on 5-star banners, okay? So keep that in mind and pull at your own risk. And again, these characters do rotate and they are also available in the standard banner. So keep that in mind too. And eventually you'll get them. You can also get them as off banner as well. So keep that in mind. Okay, so if you guys like this content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and feel free to leave a comment and throw a like. And I'll see you in the next video where we will discuss her official banner for Everlasting Moonglow. Thank you.